everyone. Welcome to your weekly nutritional oracle card reading. This week we will be reading for November 16th through November 22nd, 2020. If you're new here, hello and welcome. And I will be pulling oracle cards to give us some nutritional advice, some food suggestions. So I'll get some messages from the universe concerning what the energies will be and any other information that the universe wants to give to me. And I will use that to give you information to support your body the best way that you can, so you can have a little easier time getting through your week, okay? So we're going to find out what the overall energy is first for the week that we want to look at working with. Okay, the land between. We have 1 foot over here and 1 foot over here, right? And we're trying to decide, are we going to stay over here or are we going to go over this way, explore something new? There are some yearnings maybe that we've been having that we're trying to figure out whether or not we're going to explore those a little more or jump in with both feet, right? And this is energy 6, so this is light energy. That has to do with things like your mental states, your vision, imagination, knowing, and intuition. I feel like the knowing and the intuition is going to be the real kind of the main focus that we're going to be working on just for the first little filling. And we also have a number 4, and 4 has been a big number for me this month too. I've seen 4s everywhere. So, and this card too, it's like knowing that it's okay for us to be exploratory right now and to, get a little bit more information, find out a little bit more of what our feelings are about whatever situation you are in, because remember, this is a general reading, so everybody's situation is going to be different, and you can take whatever resonates with you and use that to your best advantage. So this is going to be it's okay to take some time to get used to the information and find more information in those areas where you're not quite sure how you feel about them right now before you come from one area all the way over to the next. You're in between, and that's a great place to be. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. That's a good thing, because actually you're asking new questions, and when you're asking new questions about yourself, then you're growing. And that's kind of the whole concept here of these readings for nutritional growth is, just to grow. So we'll ask Luna also for November 16th through November 22nd, 2020. See what the overall moon energy is that we can expect. This one right here. So we have the cardinal moon. Ooh, okay. Cardinal initiation, right? Be bold and make the first move. Wow, that's powerful. Okay. I'm not usually one to take the first move myself. So that gives me a little quiver in my heart, I gotta tell you right now. So, but that's a good thing, right? It's not a bad thing if you get a little excited about something or have a little bit of uncomfortableness there for a moment. It's okay, we can work through it. So this could be something new that's starting, okay? Maybe that can make perfect sense with this, right? You're thinking maybe about starting something new and you're not quite sure about everything, and that's fine. It's okay to have questions, but this is telling us that this is self-starting. This is take some action. This is not to be reckless, right? You don't need to be reckless and move too fast, but it's time to come into your power and be able to just not be so passive. Maybe a lot of us, including myself, I will say that right now, are a little bit passive when these sorts of things come up and really wait for this big sign, right, to come about to let us know, like, I gotta see this like I want it to smack me in the face. And right now, this is as big a smack in the face as you're going to get. And for some of us, maybe this is, I know, especially even for me, this is telling me I have been trying to be more assertive and take more control into certain situations where I really feel like I need to go somewhere and I need to know something, go somewhere in the sense of growing, right? Or starting something new or learning something new even, and just evolving from where I'm at. I've had a lot of those yearning feelings lately, right? So, and I feel like a lot of people have had that same kind of situation happening for them. So this is letting us know it's okay to not be, you don't have to be reckless, but it is okay to take action. Be self-starting. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you what to do. If you have those yearnings and you feel in your body that it is time to do something, that it likely is. We're trying to learn how to trust our feelings and use our, listen to our body so those feelings can come about. So this is exciting. Okay, I'm excited for that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do a spirit animal card also. See what spirit animal wants to come out for this week and give us some information. Grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. And then we got a 3 and we got a 4. Okay, so grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. You can only think for so long. Have you thought about things long enough? Have you been thinking about things for far too long? Do you really have the knowledge that you need, and you have to take that next step, and maybe you're just too afraid to do it? Well, now it's time for you to take that leap. Right? We don't want to miss out on great opportunities. Sometimes we just have to have faith in what we're doing. And this is talking about, jumping, moving forward, right? It's jumping. It's the grasshopper. We're jumping upward. We're up-leveling. Okay? And this is a reminder to remember, you're a co-creator. You're in partnership with the universe here. You are not doing this alone. You're not doing this by yourself. If you're being called and you're getting those tingly feelings, and I'm kind of getting the little chills here, okay? If you're being called to take a risk, to go for something that you have really been wanting and have been working towards, like, not that you're just been sitting idle, that you really have been taking some action to have something new and exciting happen, or to up level somewhere in your life, to learn new things, maybe start a new business, or help other people, that you've always wanted to help other people, or be a teacher. And I feel that's a big thing, like being of service to others, sharing your knowledge with other people, kind of is giving me the chills right now. So I feel that a lot of us are going to be in this situation where we just have a lot of knowledge that we want to share with people, and we are just in this mindset that maybe we don't have the knowledge, or nobody's going to listen to us, or there's more people out there who can give information better. And they may have different information than you do, but it's not that their information or skills are better than yours. Maybe they're a little more honed because they've been doing it for a while, but you only learn and you only grow by doing and knowing and seeking and up-leveling, and sometimes taking that leap of faith, right? All right, you're not doing it alone. You have some help, and you have what you need, and I think you probably know that, right? But that's okay. All right. Let's do one of these cards. Pick me, it's this one. Okay, so dark matter. We got another 3 and an 8, right? So 4 and 4. So 3s and 4s. Usually I don't worry about the numbers too much. I don't really get into that, but there's lots of 3s and lots of 4s. So you might want to look into what 3 and 4 means, and see if that resonates a little with you. For some reason, I'm just feeling like maybe some of you are into the numerology thing, or are starting to want to understand more, and that this may have some kind of impact on something that you're doing. So look into those numbers if that resonates with you and check that out. And so dark matter, this is mystery. And this is saying you don't have to know every little detail about what's happening around you, okay? This, and it's also talking about have faith. So we're really, intuition, having faith in ourselves is really what we need to do here. So that's what we're going to be working on a whole bunch this week, obviously. Okay, and so this is like the earth element. Okay, this is asking us to be grounded and be aware of what's happening so that we can take that leap of faith. So we're going to be looking at being grounded in the earth energy so that we can utilize that light energy properly, because you can't use this light energy, in my opinion. You need to, if you're not aware of your body and what's happening, though, because your intuition is your feelings, and when you are getting the information in from the divine, from the universe, that has to go through your body, and it comes through your feelings. And if you are not in touch with your body and you're not feeling things properly, or you don't trust your feelings, if you're not, don't have faith in what's going on in your body and what those feelings are trying to tell you, then you're not going to be able to really utilize that skill and get the most out of your intuition. Okay, so we're going to be grounded. We're going to be working on our light energy. We're going to need to take a leap of faith, have trust in ourselves, and know that spirit, God, universe, however you resonate with that, is there with us. We are not alone, okay? We do have spirit with us. So it's okay to not know every single little detail about what's going on before you take that leap of faith and move over to this other side. Be a self-starter and go where you know you are supposed to be, okay? It's time for us to do that and figure out a way. Don't be reckless and dangerous. Don't put yourself in any kind of harm's way because you're just throwing caution to the wind. But you know what you need to know in order to take action on whatever the situation is for you, okay? All right, so to end this, I'm just going to let's do a self-care card to see what our body would like for us to do in terms of self-care. There it is. Oh, a health checkup. Okay, interesting. So this is not just talking about like going to your physician and getting a health checkup, right? This, and it could, like, you very well, if you feel like you should go get a health checkup because you've been feeling maybe not great, or you feel like a little out of sorts, and then, you know, there's nothing wrong with going and seeing your doctor. That's fine. So if you look at this and it resonates with you and it feels like, oh, I need to go to the doctor because I just need a checkup, that's what you need to do, right? So, but this is also talking about also being in touch with our body. What feeling our bodies, doing a scan of our bodies. How do we feel? What needs some attention? Does something feel out of balance? If you are feeling a little out of balance, then ask yourself a few questions. Have I been eating enough vegetables and fruits? Have I been eating a whole bunch of junk food and refined things with refined sugar in it? Have I been getting enough sleep? Am I drinking enough water? So this is just asking us to listen to our bodies, ask our bodies, you know, how do we feel? Do we feel good? Do we feel like there's an imbalance? Do we feel like we need to have some more attention in a certain area and take action on that to bring balance back into our bodies, okay? And if you haven't had like your yearly checkup and you're pretty good about that, this may be telling you, okay, it's time for your yearly checkup, and if you've been putting it off, maybe you should go ahead and go do that. and make sure that you're staying on top of any issues, especially if you have prior health issues that you've been working on, and maybe you're still working on them, but maybe it's been a while since things have been evaluated. It might be a good time for you to go ahead and check into that and go see your doctor and make an appointment for that. All right, so it looks like mostly we're going to be working with really just listening to our bodies and what we need to do for ourselves now. And everybody's different, so everybody's going to need something different. So I love that the messages that are coming through are really asking us to listen to ourselves, right? It's not saying one particular area that we're going to have to work on in the body that I can see. It's just like an overall thing. It's really heavily with the intuition and making sure that we're being able to listen to our bodies, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let's do some nutritional evaluation here and see what we can work on to bring balance back into something that could be imbalanced, or to give us some support to make us feel grounded and make us feel worthy and true to ourselves in order to move forward to this next step that we're trying to get to. Okay, so let's see. So let us go ahead and look at some nutritional advice and some food suggestions for this week. So for the intuition part of it, we were talking about the third eye chakra and it being intuition. For some reason, I am like hearing pineal gland. Like, I think some of you are working on decalcifying it, okay? Now remember, it's not for everybody, and if that's not what you're trying to do, then you're okay. You're fine right where you're at. But for those of you who have been interested in that or looking into it, that could really help you. And the biggest help for decalcifying the pineal gland is look at your water quality, because a lot of times the water is fluoridated. Fluoridation is a big cause of the calcifying of that gland, right? So, and you probably know that if you've been looking into it, you probably know what I'm talking about. So maybe really staying clear of the tea, alcohol, coffees and sodas, and then of course looking at your water quality and making sure you have water that is not fluoridated will go a long way to help you in that process. And also, if you're still having problems and you're doing all of that, I'm also hearing like the dental products, like every dental product has the fluoride in it, right? So maybe just look and see if there's a couple tweaks that you need to make. Just for those of you who were interested in that and thinking about it, it's like I said, it's not everybody, right? So, but also I will say for that, on the water quality issue, it is really a good idea to make sure that, because like I said, there's fluoride in absolutely everything anymore. It's easy to have too much fluoride, right? And be out of balance in that. So a good way to help with that is, like I said, look at your water quality, make sure that it's not fluoridated, and if it is, if you can get something to it's expensive to get the water filters that take the fluoride out. So even, I don't know if you wanted to like buy some or get some kind of already filtered water or something like that, if that's an option for you. If not, then it might not even be an issue for you. So if you are able to look at the quality of your water and improve that, that's a great option for you to do at this time. And if not, then it's okay. I have plenty of other suggestions for us, okay? So, and then also for the pineal gland, I like to use the spirulina and the chlorella to help me with that area and other areas too. I just love it. It's great for everything. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, even iron, which is great. And it really can help to remove those toxins from your body. And that's good news, right? We want to do that. We want to get the toxins out. And when I was looking at this earth energy that we were talking about and being grounded, I was also when I was thinking of the food suggestions and things like that, I keep feeling or hearing like blood issues. And I think maybe that's another reason why this health checkup card is, and not to alarm anybody, don't get upset or anything, but I feel like a lot of people have had problems with anemia, or even just some kind of blood circulation issue that they've been trying to stay on top of. And maybe that's why, I think this is why for some of you this card came up, is because maybe it's time to go back and do that. And then I'm kind of feeling more like it's maybe an iron issue that we can help rectify it. Now, like I said, I'm not a doctor, so go see your doctor if you have had these issues. I can give nutritional advice and those sorts of things, but I'm not trying to make any kind of diagnoses or anything like that. So if I'm just saying, if the blood circulation and like an anemia deficiency is something that you have been having issues with, that could be something to look into. And if you're just in general trying to have healthier blood, which I feel like the flow, we need to like have good circulation. For that, for our blood health, I'm going to say just eat foods that have a good iron content, like egg yolks, dried fruits like raisins and apricots, beans, organ meats if you like, if you can handle organ meats and are familiar with that, and don't have any issues preparing those and know how to get good quality organ meats, that is a great way to get some good iron. Pomegranates also are very good sources of iron, and they're fun to eat. You could put those on salads or just eat them as a snack. I like that. Or pomegranate juice, as long as it's not got a lot of added sugar in it, right? So we want to eat foods that have, they're rich in vitamin C, because the vitamin C is going to help to that iron absorb into your body properly, okay? When we're talking about grounding, we can also eat root vegetables, and beets are a great root vegetable to incorporate into our diet. It will help you absorb the iron because it is rich in vitamin C. It's also going to just even help you absorb nutrients better because it's got betaine in it. So that helps with your liver, and it helps to regulate like the flow of the bile and the viscosity even. If we don't want it too thick or we don't want it too thin, right? Because the bile helps to break down your fats and things like that. So that will help you absorb some of those really important nutrients that you need to have, and also it has the vitamin C in it to help the iron be absorbed, and they're just delicious. I like beets a lot. Okay, and it also has a good amount of magnesium in it, and iron itself too, and it's got the folic acid in it as well, and the folic acid is important, an important part of absorbing the iron as well. So eating beets, I think, will be great. There's lots of recipes for beets, and what I like to do is I like to roast beets, so really easy. You just wash up your beets a bit, preheat your oven to 375, put them in a baking dish, and you want to kind of cover it because it helps steam it, so in a covered baking dish. And you do that for about an hour, and then you just want to test, put a fork in there or whatever, make sure it's tender, and then pull them out, and once they cool just a little bit, you don't want it to get too cool, but cool enough for you to handle them, the skin will peel right off. And then you have some lovely roasted beets that you can really do anything with. I like to just kind of grate them or slice them up a little bit and put them on my salads. I eat them just on the side, even with just some olive oil and some garlic maybe, and some salt and pepper. I like them just like that. And you could do like a grated beet with grated carrots, because carrots are delicious with beets. I don't know why, but they just go well with beets. And you could shred some carrots, shred some beets, put some apricots or some raisins in there, right? The dried ones, the dried apricots, some pumpkin seeds, some olive oil, some salt, some pepper. Delicious. And that is a really good dish that will help you to have good circulation of blood, absorb the iron, to help you if you have any kind of issues absorbing the iron. That could help if there's not something more going on than just you need more iron or absorption vitamins in your diet, right? And it's delicious. It's healthy. It's good for you. You'll love it. And like I said, you could do just about anything with those beets. So beets with hard-boiled eggs, love that too. It's all good. Okay, so that's some good stuff for some grounding, some good stuff for if you're having any issues with like blood circulation, things like that. Also, dark chocolate is good. It's got some magnesium in it, and it also is good for your blood circulation too. I didn't know that. So another good reason to eat some more high quality, lovely chocolate. For snacks, so for a snack, maybe some celery, because celery is great to help with your blood flow as well. It's a natural diuretic. It helps remove toxins from your body also, and it's nice and crispy and juicy and tastes delicious. And you can have that as a snack with hummus or peanut butter or just by itself. I just even like to eat it by itself. Almond butter. You can make those cute little ants on a log with the peanut butter and the little raisins if you like to eat fun stuff like I do, except for I don't like raisins, but I would put something else that looked like an ant on it. All right. And then maybe some spices too. So garlic is great for circulation, and also cayenne pepper is great to help strengthen and give you some healthy arteries and blood vessels. So cayenne pepper, I love to eat like I'll take half an avocado and do some salt and some cayenne pepper on it, and that's like my most favoriteest snack in the world. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. And then I wanted to touch on maybe some things to avoid, because in both situations with the intuition, the third eye chakra that we were talking about, and with the blood issues, and like I said, not saying that you actually have any kind of blood issue, but even just wanting to improve the circulation of it, okay? Some things that maybe we can avoid: coffee, tea, sodas, and wine. They actually can block iron absorption. So if you're feeling like if you know you have that kind of issue and you are going to go get a checkup and stuff, those are things that you can avoid to help you out. All right. And then also, just even the fluoride content in those things also, if you're working on your intuition and maybe you feel a little blocked, that could be an area where you can look to maybe cut some of the things out that inhibit you from going a little further, and see if you cut those out, if that helps you a little bit. And then I just wanted to mention too, for your blood flow, hydration is good. Making sure that you're getting enough water and getting some good high quality water, if at all possible. The highest quality water that you are able within your means to get. All right, don't try to drive yourself crazy trying to find the best of everything. Like, I give several suggestions every week because there's an opportunity for many people to have many different things that they can access and have access to and are comfortable with in different levels that they're on. So I try to kind of mix it up a little bit and make it available, things that can be available for everybody, no matter where you're at, what level you're on, your budget, because maybe we're not all on a budget, but I know I'm on a budget. I got kids that eat like horses, and I have, there's some sacrifices that I have to make when I really want to get the highest quality food that I can always and feed my family the best that I can, and I'm sure that you all want to do the same thing. But when it comes down to it, like, I only got so much money in that paycheck coming in, so I got other bills to pay, so I need to make those hard choices, and I just, look and see what's going to make the most sense for me and my family, and that's all you need to do too. Just see what makes the most sense for you and your family, where you're at, and what you're trying to do, because everybody has different goals also. So all right, so I think that's pretty good, and if you like what you saw here, you can give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you want to subscribe to the channel so that you are in the loop every week when I put the videos out on Sunday. You can ring the bell if you want to even be notified when they come out, so you can like watch it right away if you want to do that. And of course, if you think that this video will be able to help other people, then feel free to share that as well. I would appreciate that. I'd like to help people, so the more people I can help, the better for me and for everybody else, right? And yeah, so I think that's it, and I guess I'll see you guys next week. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below, and I just hope that you all have a lovely week, and I'm going to send you some loving and healing energy, and I will see you all next time. Bye now.